This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of The Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 11. This is titled Metamorphosis, and it actually, I can't even talk about the plot of it without giving spoilers, so there's a spoiler warning from here on out. And this is an unofficial sequel to the Clone Wars Season 2 episodes, The Zillo Beast and The Zillo Beast Strikes Back. And yeah, honestly, it was such a cool episode. I figured out it was the Zillo Beast extremely early into it, and when watching it, I was just convinced that this had to be the Zillo Beast with cloning going on and everything that I could see in the background. And it totally turned out that I was right, although it was extremely obvious, at least to me, and I'm really glad that they went and continued on with the Zillo Beast storyline, even mentioning how it attacked Coruscant and everything that happened in the original Clone Wars show episodes. And yeah, that was just such an interesting thing to be able to see. It was really interesting to see everything with that. And I thought this was going to be the Crosshair episode originally, which is something D. Bradley Baker did tease us with, saying I believe his favorite episode this season was a Crosshair episode that took place in the back half of the season. And with that, I thought this was going to be him being sent after the Beast, which I thought was almost certainly the Zillo Beast. But once I saw it, they didn't even confirm it yet. I knew it had to be the Zillo Beast, even though it didn't fully look like one yet. And I was kind of surprised at how fast it was able to grow eating fuel. And after that, I still just had so much fun watching this. It was such an interesting story and looking at it. I'm also kind of excited that, although not as much as others, that they're going to be leaving Sid's employ since they were talking about this and they're really disturbed on how Sid left them to die on that planet and they were forced to get out themselves. And with it, they're just trying to find the way to break it to her best since she doesn't know a lot about them. And with that, they're thinking of doing this last job. But of course, it turns out terrible since this is where the Zillo Beast crashed. And yeah, things were really intense. But yeah, it was just such a fun story to see. And I'm really glad that they gave this still a continuation of the story from the Clone Wars. And it's something I think that everyone has been wondering about that has been a Clone Wars fan since they had that little line at the end where they wanted the Zillo Beast to be cloned. And yeah, I'm really glad they finished that up here. And I'm really excited to see where they continue with this, since this is all leading into the Mount Tantus storyline, and we're seeing that the governor of Camino is telling them how to make Nalase work for them. And with that, it's going to be pretty cool to see because they're going to be going after Omega once again. Although I think most people do think that she is dead, they're going to be slowly uncovering what truly happened on Camino. And Rampart's going to be in a lot more trouble. And yeah, honestly, I really do want to see what's going on. And this episode was completely not what I was expecting. I was expecting this to be a Crosshair episode where I began to look into those clone troopers that we saw back in the Coruscant episode that tried to assassinate Senator Chuchi and successfully assassinated the other clone trooper. And with it. I thought that was this episode was going to be, and that was what the Metamorphosis it was talking about. But it was talking about the change of the Zillow Beast, and it was still a really great episode. And I'm still excited to see that Crosshair one. But I really did enjoy this one. Not my favorite one of the series, but still really good. And I'm going to have my Mandalorian review out soon. I need to get all the screenshots from the episode, then record the recap and the review for it. I'll have the recap for this one out either tomorrow or Friday, Saturday at the latest. And just to go in for a few other things that I have to say, this episode was honestly better than the Mandalorian episode, and I think that might be a little controversial because a lot of people love the Mandalorian and they only just enjoy the show. But I think this episode, resolving off the storyline from the Clone Wars, and honestly just being a fun episode overall, was a lot better than the kind of like slow reintroduction we had to the Mandalorian. And I'll talk about that a little more in the other video, since I'm keeping these as two separate ones. But I do want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments. And I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.